Hi, I'm Doris Rodriguez.
And I'm Alyssa Reynoso-Morris.
And we are the creators of
Gloriana Presente, a first day of school story.
First day of school story. What do you want to share with us about that, Alyssa?
On my first day of school, I was really nervous. I don't know about you. How did you feel on your first day?
Tell me, so nervous. I still remember.
And I love that you have the butterflies on here because that's exactly how it felt. I had butterflies in my stomach, and the only person that was able to help me feel better was my grandmother, which is why she is one of the main characters in the book. So we start off, it's the first day of school, and her grandmother's telling her, don't worry, it's gonna be great.
I'm sure those words made Gloriana feel better.
She did, she trusts her grandmom. And her grandmom also would tell her stories about their island home where they felt really, really comfortable. So it starts off with them dancing, right? Who doesn't love dancing? Like the trees, when the trees dance in the wind.
Oh, just thinking about that really will make me feel better and release the butterflies in my stomach.
Definitely. And then we're transported to Gloriana going to school. And a fun fact about this page is that the teacher, Mr. DeSalvo, was actually my 4th grade teacher.
I didn't know that.
That helped me overcome my fears. In class, she's nervous. They're taking attendance. The words get stuck in the back of her throat. She can't get it out. But then finally, she thinks back to her island and then finds the courage to say that she is present.
And then she's Gloriana Presente.
Yes. And this is actually my favorite page in the whole book. Can you talk about how you made it?
You know, it's also my favorite page. Sometimes when I'm scared, I'll close my eyes and take a deep breath, and that helps a lot. So I imagine Gloriana will just need this little time to just take a deep breath and then remember all the stories Gabuela told her. So when you see there is the music, because they talk about the music, and then there is the mangoes, and I imagine myself just going to the backyard and grabbing a mango. So it's a little blue because it's all about what she is feeling inside, so shy, but at the same time you see the butterflies are very bright.
So on this page, we have Gloriana, and she is really, really smart and was asked to solve a math problem. She has the right answer, but she's too nervous to say it out loud. Has that ever happened to you?
Well, that happened to me.
It has.
First day of schools are tough. Sometimes are difficult, but we have adults that help us along the way.
And then here we have Gloriana telling her abuela about her first day of school and how she was nervous. And then she learns something new about her abuela. She learns that her grandmom was also nervous when she first came to this country. And when she first came and settled in the US, she felt like she didn't have a voice either. I think this is also one of my favorites, of Gloriana being brave and sharing her story of her island home with her friends. And she transports them to the island full of coconuts and musical forests and howling wolves and all this other amazing stuff that she shares with her friends. And I'm just so impressed with how you were able to bring it all together here.
And I have something to share. When I close my eyes and imagine my native Dominican Republic, that's exactly what I see, an explosion of colors and rhythm and music and delicious fruits.
I love the avocados.
Oh, they're delicious. And the birds that sing in the trees and all the things that are so, so amazing about the Dominican Republic. You know, Alyssa, sometimes when I feel insecure, because English is not my first language, I draw strength from my ancestors and my memories. So in this picture are the flowers my mother loved. So it's sort of like a garden of my mother. The dominoes my father used to play with his friends in the backyard. So in a way, all these memories of what was comforting to me when I was a child are in this picture.
I love that, because when I wrote this book, that's what I wanted to show. I wanted kids to know that there is power in where they come from and that they should take pride in where they're from. Whenever they're having a hard time, they can think about their past and know that it's a source of strength. And I love how you captured the Bronx.
Yes.
Can you talk a little bit about that?
In those days, I was teaching in the Bronx. So my school was near a big bodega, and sometimes going back home, I will stop and I will pick up perfect avocados just like this and mangoes. I just picture the bodega cat listening to the conversation and being part of the story. Have you ever seen bodega cats in stores in New York City?
They're famous.
They are part of the life of our neighborhoods.
I love cats. So when I saw the bodega cats, I got really excited.
I love cats too.
You did a great job.
Thank you so much, Alyssa.
So this book is about the first day of school.
I know sometimes the first day of school can make us nervous and give us butterflies on our stomach. When I read the story, Gloriana brings the words of her grandmother and her stories to school, and that makes her feel brave.
Yes.
What would you bring to school?
That's a good question. What would you bring to school?
I will bring a flower.
I actually have a funny story. My daughter Isabella, on her first day of school, was very nervous. And so we're getting ready to go to school, and she's about to take our cats with her.
Your cat?
Yes. She didn't know you couldn't bring your pets to school. Instead, what I suggested that she do is maybe she can bring a picture. We had a picture of her with our cats, and she brought that to school, and it made her feel a little better.
That's a really great idea. Bring a bodega cat to school. Will that be possible? Or can we make a picture of a bodega cat?
Great idea. Let's do that.
To draw a bodega cat, we're gonna need some materials. The first thing you're gonna need is a piece of paper.
Ooh, I have one too.
Let's work together.
Perfect.
Also, you can use any drawing materials. I'm gonna use markers.
Perfect. I have markers too.
But at home, you can use pencils or you can use crayons. Are we ready?
Yes.
We're gonna use very simple shapes to draw this cat. And this cat is sleeping. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna draw a circle. And we're gonna draw a circle around this area on the paper. Now we're gonna do two triangles right here, not too big, not too small. Now we're gonna do and I want you to practice with your fingers before you draw. From the top, we're gonna draw a curvy lines going towards the other side of the paper. I love to practice with my fingers. So now we are ready. So from the top of the circle, I'm gonna skip the triangle and I'm gonna draw a curvy line and we're gonna stop right here. Now, let's go and concentrate about the face. About the middle here, we're gonna do an upside down triangle. Now we're gonna do two curvy lines going in opposite directions. We're gonna do some dots in here. From the two corners of the triangle around here, we're gonna do the eyes of the cat. So we're gonna do one circle, two circles, and they don't have to be perfect. Remember, mistakes are accepted. We're gonna make a tiniest circle in one side, and then we can color the rest like this. So we have a highlight in the eyes. And if there's something you don't like, you can fix it. So we have the face of the cat. Let's add some whiskers. And these are gonna be straight lines that come from those little circles to the side. I'm gonna make 3, but you can make more if you want to. We're gonna do the tail now. We're gonna make a very long shape.
Kind of looks like a banana.
Exactly. And we're gonna make a curvy line here because this is the back leg, right? And now we're gonna do sort of like one line here and another one here. We have the front paws. And here we're gonna do two lines. And I think we're ready to start adding some details.
Okay.
So my cat is gonna be a striped cat. How about yours?
Polka dots.
Polka dots. that sounds awesome. I love your idea. I'm gonna draw some lines on the tail. Curvy lines, but you know, I'm gonna do some zigzags here. And some wavy lines in here. And I'm gonna do some lines in the face too. It can be sitting by the window, or it can be just laying on the sofa. It's my bodega cat is a bodega cat. So this one is laying on the windowsill, waiting for people to pass by to say hi.
Love it.
So we can use any colors to color your cat. And I noticed you already started with yellow. My cat some stripes, and I'm gonna start with some yellow. I'm gonna make different colors. I'm gonna start with some yellow. And remember, you can use any color you want. I love that my cat has a lot of yellow, but I think I'm gonna add other colors. I'm gonna add some orange. And if you like your cat to be a very unique color, you feel comfortable to decide what color you're gonna use for your cat. Also, if you wanna add a little texture, like if it has hair, we can also use lines to create texture. So I'm gonna use different lines to create texture like his fur. So I'm gonna do some lines here and there.
That's a good idea.
I'm gonna put some brown here. And I think I'm gonna color the nose red. But it can be any color of your choice. Mine is gonna be red. And now there's so much to color. I could color out around the cat. I could use blue. I could use brown. I'm gonna finish coloring around the cat. I'm gonna make some lines here because sometimes we don't need to color all the paper. Sometimes we can use different lines or shapes to make our work look finished. So I'm gonna make some dots in different areas, like so, and some extra lines in here. Now this is the time that we can stop and look at our drawing and say, is it finished? Should I add more? I am very happy with my drawing. How about you?
I think I'm happy with mine too.
You're happy with your drawing? So guess what? Let's sign our work.
Oh, that's right.
I'm gonna write down my name here. And we are finished. Are you ready to share?
Yes.
Okay, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. You can make at home your own bodega cat.
That really helped me feel less nervous. I wonder what else we can do to shake off our fears.
You know, in your story, there's a part where Gloriana shimmy and shake off her fear.
Yes, like the trees.
Yes.
Should we do that?
We should.
Okay, first we're going to sway from side to side just like the trees. And then we're going to reach like the waves. And finally, we're gonna howl like the wolves. Ready?
I'm ready.
1, 2, 3. Ow!
This was so much fun.
And you know, the fun doesn't have to end here. You can scan this QR code for some activities and worksheets. Thank you so much for watching, and we hope that you can shimmy and shake your fears away just like Gloriana did in the book.
Thank you.